Episode 10. Here we are.
Yeah, crazy. I was like, I can't believe we actually hit episode 10.
Yeah, 2 double digits. Out of control. Didn't think it was going to happen. I'm surprised we got past 1.
Yeah, to be honest. We almost quit.
We never really had a point where we were quitting. It was only when we
almost quit because of we can't handle like confrontation. So when someone doesn't like a clip, when someone didn't like the first clip we posted, we were like, we got to get out.
Yeah, we're like, we can't handle the internet. And I mean, I still can't, I don't think.
I just don't read the comments.
Yeah. Because, like, we're just going to find out that we're not that easy to look at. And then it's going to take us, 15
and then it's
minutes to set the cameras to make sure we don't have a double chin.
Yeah, make sure our makeup's even. Because God forbid.
Check the lighting, The lighting still isn't great.
It's yellow. You're yellow, at least. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, anyway, I'm like, how did the week go? I feel like we just worked our lives away, so I have nothing to contribute.
Yeah, it's all a bit of a blur. I don't remember any of it. I mean, I don't think work was abysmal, I guess.
Yeah, just came home and like passed out.
And people were like, while I'm working, it was like yesterday, a guy was like, you must love your job. I was like, does it look like I love it? And he was like, I mean, could have fooled me. I was like, all right, sure.
Wow.
If the boot fits.
I mean, I feel like when I'm at work, I do this thing where I do like it. Like, I like when I'm in it, and sometimes it can be chaotic, and I have to do this thing where I'm like, just focus and like get it done. And then when you leave, that's when all the adrenaline leaves and you're in like a depression. And you just like, sometimes I walk into the house and I just lay flat on my back on the wood floor. Or the kitchen floor.
It's like you feel like amped up.
And I just sit there and I'm like, what just happened? But yeah, anyway, that was my week.
Back to reality.
Oh man.
But yeah, what's been going on in the world? We had a college professor that would always ask us to check what's going on in the world.
Yeah, and we never knew until he drilled it into us that we had to come up with something when we came in. So he'd be like, what's going on in the world? I would just look up the news.
Yeah.
Literally that day and be like, oh, I found out that, I don't know what was going on in the world at the time.
And now it's like the news can't get the fuck out of my face. Like it's almost like I can't escape the news, where before I remember in college I had to like go and look for it.
Yeah, because we didn't know what was going on in the world. Now it's like your clickbait.
Yeah.
Like I remember the girl that had panic attack and fell out of the parachute or pulled herself out of the parachute.
Yeah, didn't need to see that.
That was a clickbait. And I was like, don't watch that. And then Facebook had the audacity to have the video clip just out in the clickbait automatically playing, so you had to see it. And I was like, what is that?
Yeah, Facebook is blowing my shit because like I think they almost like I'm a little off. Like I catastrophize and like I have like a very like anxious brain, and I think Facebook knows, and they're like, let's try to fuck with her the best we can. So every time there's a natural disaster, there's an earthquake, there's a tornado, they're like, she wants to know. They somehow know that I am deathly afraid of natural disasters.
Well, they're doing that to me too a little bit, but not crazy.
Nah, they're showing me
everything.
There's
been 2 earthquakes,
yeah,
one in New York,
yeah,
and there was one here.
I know all about it. I've been kept aware.
And I'm like, what's going on? Why are there more earthquakes?
The earth is dying.
Yeah, End time's fun.
It just seems like it's accelerating pretty fastly. I don't know if we're gonna make it.
It's accelerating.
It's accelerating.
But yeah, also like what else is chaotic right now is the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle commercial.
Dude,
Yeah.
that shit is.
We need to delve into this because I personally saw it and I thought it was like really, really fucking cringe. Was the main thing for me.
The genes are passed down from parents to offspring.
Wait, did you notice it's marketed as like an ASMR commercial? There's one where she's just putting the jeans on, zipping it, like ruffling it. And that, I like the ruffling of the jeans. As soon as she opens her mouth, I'm like, why do I feel like my mom's praying the rosary?
Yeah, no. Ooh, touchy subject.
Because she's like,
American. Enunciating the words really good.
Definitely
Like, I don't, she said definitely crazy. That's all I know.
Yeah, and so like I'm watching this and I'm not like I didn't jump to the Nazi propaganda right away, but I was like, this is a little uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm being seduced when I'm getting sold jeans. So I was like, all right, it's a really weird take, but it's whatever. And then what did she say? Like, they make her butt look amazing. And I'm like, her butt looks the flattest it's ever looked. We know that Sydney Sweeney, she doesn't have a butt. She never had a butt. But like, she's like, you couldn't pick the worst model. I'm sorry. She's beautiful. She's stunning. But like,
yeah,
to say,
well, because the words escaped her mouth, like, they make your butt look amazing. And it zooms in and it just Gumby, bro. And I'm like, yo. Dude. If she was marketing like a Victoria's Secret bra,
okay, and
just as problematic, by the way, but still.
I want to say something real quick because we're white girls. Like, for all the white girls that don't really have an ass, it's fine. I'm not.
Little booties matter.
Little booties do matter, but don't make it your campaign that they make your butt look amazing. Because I'm going to be honest, if those jeans do make your butt look amazing, she's not selling it for me. If that's the best her butt's gonna look, God help us all. Get some new jeans. American Eagle is not selling it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not working. But
so my take was I didn't understand the outrage like that because I saw an article that said racial undertones, and I guess because she's like blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yeah. Well, it's all about genetics, and then she goes, "My genes are blue," and they're like blue eyes, blonde hair, Nazi propaganda.
Which I was like, that's a stretch, right?
It's okay. I think it is.
It's tone deaf.
I think it is a stretch, but I guess my problem is, and I try to empathize with people. I try to figure out why they're going in that direction because I'm immediately like, that's a lot to like. I didn't jump to that, but I am also a white person, so I'm like, I didn't jump to that right away. But the thing for me is, like, why are we talking about genetics in this political climate? It's something combined with what's going on with what's, happening in like the current administration because, segregation's legal now. There's just weird stuff happening that's not
and then
great.
Elon did the Nazi salute. Yeah, I get it. I understand, but I think that's the problem. I think we're panicking. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think people are trying to stay hyper aware almost to a point where it's like that might be a little bit of a stretch, but I don't know. I don't know. I just think it's odd that immediately after the Dunkin' Donuts commercial came out and the guy was like, white kid, maybe like Italian or something, I don't know, was like, see my tan? It's genetics. And I was even like, this was before all the outrage happened. I was like, why are we talking about genetics in 2 back-to-back commercials? I was like, it was a little weird for me.
I think because we're like America's full of narcissists. I think it's becoming more narcissistic, and I think that it's tough because attractive people have always been in commercials. They just haven't been going, I'm super attractive, I'm hotter than you.
And I think now they did like back in the day.
Were they saying that? Because she's basically saying that. And honestly, I'm like, yeah, she's just like cute. She's all right. She's got big boobs or whatever, but she's like, it's fine. It's just like, it's not going to sell jeans to me. I don't want to feel like it's not going to sell jeans to a woman, at least. I don't think.
Yeah.
Like being like, oh, I look so good.
Yeah, but like, remember I just showed you the Brooke Shields commercial that came out in the 80s, and it was almost like a weird ode to that, where she's talking about genetics and stuff.
Well, that was, when I saw that, I was like, maybe they're doing it because they know it's going to have outrage and it's just going to draw more attention to them.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, how many steps did it take where people are like, all right, this might be received the wrong way, and they were probably just like, fuck it. Let's just do it because it's, there's no such thing as bad press. So let's just roll with it, even though it's kind of cringe. But then they double down. They don't apologize when people are like,
weren't
this
they
is
like,
offensive.
We're sorry that her boobs are big and her eyes are super blue.
We're sorry that Sydney Sweeney's hot or something, basically. Yeah. We're sorry that she's hotter than you guys.
Well, I don't think it needed an apology. I'm on the other end. I think that this is blown out of proportion. I think it's a jean commercial. I think it's very bad, and I don't think it's going to sell them any more jeans.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, maybe just if you were Sydney Sweeney, be like, I don't have any affiliation with Nazi propaganda. Instead of like, I guess it doesn't deserve it because it's so ridiculous.
I don't think it's so absurd. To me, if I was Sydney Sweeney, I'd be like, I can't comment on this. It's ridiculous.
I guess because I'm kind of like, I don't want people to think that. So I would be like, that's completely absurd. I would literally be like, this is absurd. This is an absurd reaction. Of course I don't stand by that. But then her like,
but I think
not
it's on
saying anything is almost worse.
In the same vein, like we say things, we're on a podcast, we're on a public platform, and we post clips, and people don't like our opinion, or they say we're hard to look at, or whatever their comments are. They get some kind of like army against us, and we don't respond because we're like, that's absurd. We're not mean-hearted people.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just like, that's absurd. I'm not even gonna address it.
Yeah, to like just ignore it, I guess. But also the other thing is like, maybe this is a high thought, but I was going the other direction because...
Were you high?
No, I'm completely stone cold sober, but a lot of boomers and like really super right-wing people are going, well, I'm going to go buy American Eagle jeans and Dunkin' Donuts on my way to work
Oh, yeah,
today.
I saw that.
And I'm
Either way, it's gross.
Yeah.
But also when they're saying the left are a bunch of crybabies and is it political? Why are we making it political? Some people don't like it. Some people like it. Some people think it's Nazi propaganda. Some people are going out and buying American Eagle jeans tomorrow because they want to be fire starters. And I'm like, is it... Like, to me, it shouldn't be a political thing. It's a cringy jean commercial.
At what point is it like, okay, that's outrageous that they think it's Nazi propaganda. Let me go play devil's advocate and do the shit. Aren't you kind of making it true when you're, like, the people that are doing this are either cheering on racism, cheering on ICE pulling people away from their families, cheering on...
I would say...
It's like the Christian nationalists that are doing that. And I'm like, aren't you kind of throwing fuel to the fire and making it almost worse? That's my thing.
But that's also kind of goes back to what we talked to last episode when I was saying... The right now is kind of far right and the left now is far left.
Yeah.
If we're having this much like dramatization or whatever about a fucking jean commercial, to me that kind of reigns true because how many people are out here saying it's Nazi propaganda enough for it to become a viral thing where now the far right is like, now I'm going to get Dunkin' Donuts and American Eagle.
And I'm like, girl, and these are like, these are boomer, like 40, 50-year-old, 6-year-old. You're not going to fit.
Them.
I can't even fit in American Eagle jeans.
You can't wear them, sis. You might just buy them. You might fit one leg in.
I can't even wear them.
That's what I'm saying. The sizes are ridiculous. I can't wear them. But the thing is, I just think it's crazy. I think on either way, it's fucking crazy. But either way, I'm not going to buy those fucking jeans.
We talked about
but also
the lady at the Washington March for Life where we were marching for life as children. And then the woman was flipping us off. And I was like, I don't want to be either.
Yeah, I don't want to be the one claiming the jean commercial is Nazi Germany. And then I don't want to be the one that's going, I'm going to buy American Eagle jeans because I found out that Sydney Sweeney's a Republican. Did you know that? That Trump commented on it and was like, she's Republican.
Hotter than Taylor Swift.
He's like, that's a great commercial. No, I think that commercial's great now that I know
but isn't that a red flag that he thinks is great?
But I'm saying we're making it political when it's not. But also on the other end, when they're saying like it's super sexualized, like the jean commercial super sexual, when is Sydney Sweeney not sexualizing herself?
Yeah, the whole entire Euphoria show, she's sexualizing herself.
Her literally every movie, every interview, like it's just like her tits are the center of attention. She's selling her bath water.
Yeah, why? But why is she struggling for money? That's my thing. I need to sell my bath water.
We need to, and we don't,
But Sydney Sweeney.
This reminds me. I was at work and I was like, the things I would do to become rich, and my coworker goes, no, the things I wouldn't do to become rich. And we both started cracking up because I went, it really is that, right? Yeah. Because there's so many things I want to do, but I won't compromise my morals for money because I know I could make more money.
But it's like Sydney Sweeney, like what is going on where you need to be, selling your bath water and doing American Eagle commercial? You don't have enough bread.
These bath water profits are going to like a charity or something. because
Dude, I don't know. It's crazy. But I was just like,
she's like, you know what? I definitely need another
I just,
mansion."
I don't even have like, I don't have a super strong opinion other than I just empathize with people. And if people that don't look like me, like that are like, you know, like if they're like, I think this is like people that are, I'm white. People that are not white are like, this is uncomfortable to me, then I'm like, I kind of want to empathize with them. I don't want to
Yeah.
go, I'm going to go buy American
But I
Eagle
also
jeans.
think that like some people may be offended just like it's like so like it's just tone deaf is the only way I can describe it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
blonde hair, blue eyes. Like at least she didn't mention her pale skin like Billie Eilish. I mean,
Oh my God.
they were
Don't
trying.
do
Listen, I
this.
don't think this is really a thing, but people were trying to say Billie Eilish is canceled because she was in Ireland and she was like, "Oh my God, you guys are pasty like me. It's so cool seeing like my people." And she's literally talking about being translucently white. She's not talking about
talking
white
being
people.
Irish and having, yeah.
She's talking about being pasty and nasty, basically, and being like, "Thank God there's other people that are this fucking white,
yeah.
like raw chicken."
We're all chicken. Yeah, and they were like, I don't know who they is though. Like,
'Cause I'm
how
like-
does this even happen? You know what I mean? Like, the
That's what I
internet
mean.
is
It's
fucking
fake
blowing my shit.
outrage, bro. I think some of it's fake.
Yeah.
Because I looked at the comments and everyone was like, "Did you hurt your arm with that reach?" Everyone was like, "What's going on?" So I don't know.
Maybe like a single person is like, how many people can I piss off with this? And then people jump on the bandwagon. I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know.
Speaking of super strong opinions, what about Joey Swole?
Dude, I didn't even know who Joey Swole was until Tree told
So
me.
I was on my Facebook because I follow him because he posts like content like of girls like influencers in the gym where they're like, you know, filming themselves with like their pants like in their butt crack, like, and they're like, "Why is this man staring at me?" And like it'll be a dude like glancing over. And
Because
then-
your pants are in
and
your
I'm like,
butt
because
crack.
you're wearing underwear in the gym and you're filming yourself.
Because he's a male and your pants are up inside your butt crack.
If it's that, like sometimes
I would look at a woman's pants if they were inside her butt crack.
Dude, I would be on that page in a second. They'd be like, "Who's this creepy girl?"
Just randomly peeking out, like,
Right? And then like some guys see the camera and they catch it and they're like, "Oh shit," and they turn away. But I'm like, dude, I'm looking like when you're in the gym, you're looking at bodies. Like that's part of like to me, I don't know, that's part of the appeal of being at the gym.
I don't think there is any other appeal. Is there?
The workout is not the appeal.
The workout, the machines, like what is fun
No,
about
I'm kidding.
that?
I love working out, but that's just like a bonus, like that you're surrounded by hot people.
Just the yin and the yang of like, I fucking despise the gym. And I'm like, I don't want to be near anybody. And they're like, can I use this machine? I'm like, I'll just leave. It's
So
fine.
I remember when me and Margot were at the gym and we were cracking up because we're in the corner stretching and there's like 5 old men like come up and they're just like around us and she was like, "A bunch of pigeons fighting over a loaf of bread." And we were dying laughing, but we didn't shame them. We didn't film them. We were like, whatever. That's like they're
Except that would
old.
be a crazy thing to film, right? And then you would say that as the caption.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny though.
Fighting
to me,
over a crumb.
But also, what they're 75. This is like their last laugh. Like, let them get it in while they can. They're just looking. They're not doing anything crazy. But anyway, his video is like that guy's not looking at you. He's just doing a workout, and he noticed you have a full on film production happening. Like that's his thing.
Yeah.
So I follow him for that reason. And then Hulk Hogan died, and he posted like a flashback of him in the wrestling uniform, like
Thunder lips.
yeah, and he was like, "Look, you know what I mean? Like, rest in peace, like a legend or some shit." And then people were mad because
Yeah,
Hulk
didn't they
Hogan
comment
is a
like,
piece
yo,
of
by
shit.
the way, this man
He's a
is racist.
So I guess like he was on a live and people were saying like this in the chat, like, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know what he did. I can't speak on that. But if I have to apologize for posting my Hulk Hogan tribute, you need to address all the colored athletes that also posted him."
Colored is crazy.
Colored, bro. And like
Tell us you're not.
And I
Tell
was
us you're racist without saying you're racist. Just
and
say
I'm
the
like,
word
who
colored.
uses that word unless they're like kind of racist, right? So like he almost got canceled. He's not really canceled because he's got a lot of supporters, but he almost quit. And I was like, first of all, I saw it and I was like, Joey Swole's cool. Like, there's no way like he did some weird shit. So, but then when I saw the live, I was like, oh shit. I was like, like, because the way it came out and what was said, I was just like, that just is bad. Like, and I don't know. I have like a mixed feeling where I'm like, I don't think we should be canceling everybody. But then I'm like, also like, you can't comment on something if you're ignorant to it. Like if you're like, I didn't know Hulk Hogan was racist, but I'm gonna go another step forward with it and say something crazy as shit instead of being like, well, let me do my research and figure out why you guys are so mad.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Same thing, like, shout out to the same, like, Sydney Sweeney thing. It's like, I'm doing research as to why people are upset instead of being like, well, time to go get my American Eagle. Like, I'm like, why are they reacting this way? And I'm trying to see the perspective.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It's just like, I just hate the internet.
Every time you say, I'm going to go get my American Eagle and my Dunkin' Donuts, I think of one person and I can't even explain who it is.
You can't even get into it.
But, you know, it's okay.
All we know is it's not great.
But, yeah, so I don't know. It's a tough call out here, bro.
Did you see the thing online about the girl, I think her name was like Lily Tay, that like was like, hey, freshly 18, gonna open an OnlyFans for 24 hours, and she made $1 million in 3 hours.
She broke the record. Like, she beat, I think, Bad Baby. Yeah. And Bad Baby was also, it was when she turned 18, she had broke the record at the time. And I don't think we talk about this enough. That's pedophilia, in my opinion. If you're literally waiting for the second they turn 18 to be like, $1 million in 3 hours. She became a millionaire in 3 hours. Could you imagine? That's scary.
And people, the thing for me is like, people are coming at her and being like, she's a piece of shit and her parents are bad parents and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I think this is a societal problem because we've literally made women, like, their value is placed on sexuality. And, you know, we've made it so.
Oh, and like,
that's what it's all about.
And it's
Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, exactly.
Sexualized from the fucking get-go of her career. And I'm like, how are we going to put the Gene commercial on Sydney Sweeney when a bunch of fucking probably white men told her to fucking do it? How are we going to put it on Brooke Shields, who was 14, when a bunch of dudes were like, this is what you're going to do, and you're going to roll around in these jeans.
But I think
and you're going to talk sultry and sexy.
Dude, this is delving in. Because
this is deep.
We're talking about how men view women, right? But also, remember when we were talking about how there was a difference between sexualizing and empowerment or something when we were talking about
objectifying yourself and sexualizing yourself?
Yes, about the cover of Sabrina Carpenter's new album. So I feel like it's kind of crazy, but we've almost, like, with the feminist movement, we're like, okay, you need to do this, you need to do this, you should be able to be sexual and you should be able to do this. But then there's the extreme of it where it's like there's some celebrities that's their whole niche. They're just sexual, but that's been a thing. We're acting like it's not been a thing, but Marilyn Monroe was a sex symbol.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Sex has sold from the beginning of time, but yeah, I think it's pedophilia. It's brinking on pedophilia, if not. But they're like, she's an adult and she's legal, right?
She's an adult as of 2 seconds ago. You just subscribed 2 seconds ago. Like, come on, man.
But also, just like, think about it. Like, is it her fault, or is she just a shrewd businesswoman and took advantage of a society that sexualizes young girls? She became a millionaire. I'm like, dude, would I be embarrassed as a parent, or would I be proud? I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. Because it's like, yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what she did. She said, like, see me in my birthday suit. I don't know if it was sex videos or just her naked. But I'm like, who's the bigger problem? The men being the fucking creeps and paying the $1 million, or the girl that took advantage of the fact that she could become a millionaire in 3 fucking hours? You know what I would do to become a millionaire in 3 fucking... The things that I wouldn't do to become a millionaire in 3 fucking hours?
Dude, if I knew I'd become a millionaire, I would do it. That's the thing.
The train is leaving.
We're old. We're too old. You know what I mean? It's like, what were you talking about? Pamela Anderson.
Oh my god.
How they're like, oh my god, she's gross. She's making me sick.
Dude, there was like it's like a picture online of like Pamela Anderson 24, 36, 45, and then what is she now? 54.
54, I think.
And people are going, ew, I was just about to eat. And like, look at these profile pictures of these men. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like a fat dude on his couch.
It's the same men that are like this in their profile picture. Like,
yeah. Oh, hard
like
pass.
taking a picture from like the bottom of their double chin.
24 was so much hotter. Makeup's needed. All this crazy shit. And I'm like, you can't even, like, you're gonna barf because you're looking at an older woman when you're 50 sitting on your couch. Like, that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's gross. And it's like, they're just like, if you're not 18, you're disposable. I want to say, like, the cutoff might be like 26, dude. It's getting bad. It's like a Leonardo DiCaprio cutoff.
Yeah. It's like they want to like shame Leonardo DiCaprio. Meanwhile, they are him.
Yeah, and like I know guys that are like late 30s, 40s that are like, oh yeah, I talked to a 20-something-year-old.
Yeah,
and
I was talking to the 20-year-old at the gym.
What do you have in common? I literally didn't match with the guy because he was 23. He was stunning.
Yeah.
Crazy. But I was like, we would be on different planes as far as a timeline, as far as what we vibe
One
on.
in life.
And he was like, do you want to just come over and see what happens? That all I'm like, you didn't even offer to take me out. You already like proved that you're 23.
Then, dude,
he didn't do that.
Okay,
I just
good,
did that.
Because that alone.
And then I was like, I'll be damned before I let a 23-year-old ruin my life.
And
I'm
like,
out of here.
It's also like, dude, I just want to be like, yo, I'm like,
I could be your mom.
Flip the numbers. I'm that age, right? So like, why the fuck am I gonna Netflix and chill? Like I did the fuckboy shit when I was in my 20s. Why am I gonna do that with a 23-year-old baby?
You're a child.
Goo goo gaga, full circle.
And I think it's funny because I think that they think, oh, well, I get away with this shit with women that are my age. Let me try to get away with it with older women. None of that would fly. As soon as I know you're even remotely younger than me, I'm like, you're acting like a kid.
Yeah,
right?
but no.
You do one thing, I'm like, you're acting like a kid right now.
He could just pretend. He could just go to church with you. He could manipulate you.
Like Nick Cannon.
Dude, the video you showed me earlier today where it's just like Nick Cannon just
Nick Cannon was talking
off.
to Dr. Bryant, and he's like, talking basically about how he's a piece of shit. Like he's like, oh, I can manipulate women. I can manipulate a high level woman. It doesn't matter who they are. I can manipulate anybody because I can act like I'm God fearing. I can act like I'm suave. I can act like I pay everything. And then bam, I got you. Toxic Nick comes out. And she was like, no, you wouldn't, because somebody who's healed, somebody who's elevated, somebody who's put in work in therapy would not fall for your shit. And he was
how old is Nick Cannon?
Out. He's older now. I don't know his age, to be honest. He's got to be in his...
It's just skewing a little
40s?
young for me. Like, it's coming off immature, and it's coming off like...
He doesn't remember the names of all his kids, bro.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
He is not mature.
He is a piece of shit. Got it.
And then he's like, yeah, and she basically was kind of saying that to him without saying it. Like, she was like, you're not going to attract a woman of high value because you're talking about low value things that, like... You're talking about low things that you do.
What? Low value?
Impact.
Going to church?
Going to church is high value. Not if you're faking it. The first guy I talked to, like, loved God and was doing missionary work. Meanwhile, he's getting his fucking rocks off with, like, 17 different women.
Meanwhile, I was doing missionary with 17 different women.
The missionary work was just missionary in the bedroom.
Turns out,
and none of the money was going to God. Or the people.
You gotta watch out for them, for those God-fearing men.
The God-fearing men are some of the most diabolical.
You gotta watch.
And they'll be like, Satan made me do it. That's the craziest part. They'll be, that wasn't me. That was the devil. I gotta get back to, I didn't pray today. I better go back to it. I'm sorry. Sorry that I fucked you and I had a wife and a side piece, but I just didn't go to church that week.
That was Satan. That was Beelzebub.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
Lucifer was on my shoulder. I'm like, come on.
Can we talk about how Lucifer is a bomb-ass name? If he wasn't like the angel, like, isn't that angel of light? It literally means angel of death. No, it means angel of light.
Stay in the light.
Stay in the light.
That's Lucifer. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, it is a bomb ass name. It's a pretty bomb ass name.
Like Jezebel.
Well, yeah, I
was
I
just
have a
talking about how
whole thing about
Jezebel's
Jezebel.
a whole, it's a cool name. And, you know.
It is a cool name, but it's because of the because, what is it? Because of the implication. Because of the implication, she's got a bad rap. Like, she was the one in the Bible that was like, I believe in she believed in a pagan god. And they were trying to do, like, I don't know, they were trying to, like, prove who was God, and God was like, I'm God, bitch, and then sicked a bunch of dogs to eat her alive. That's some Old Testament shit.
Yeah,
and now
the
her
name
name
Jezebel is just scary to me only because I was telling this guy at a party about my sleep paralysis demon. Remember when that whole thing happened?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, that's Jezebel. Like, didn't say, it's not a demon. It's a scientific thing that happens. He just goes, that's Jezebel. And I'm like, what? And he's like, this is the name of the demon. And I was like, what do you mean? So I just have a negative
Jezebel means like
connotation
harlot, whore, or something. Like you're
yeah,
like,
it's like a
she's
sexual
Jezebel,
demon.
She's a hooker.
She's a slore.
Yeah, but I'm like, it would have been cute if you didn't fucking fuck it up. Just like Lucifer, it would have been cute if you didn't put it in that book and fuck it all up.
Roxanne. Because I was at like physical therapy. And this older lady was like, do you know what Roxanne's about? And I was like, yes, I know what Roxanne's about. It's about a hooker. And she was like, well, and I was like, it is. And put on the red light is like, don't go out. Like, you put on the red light because you're not hooking right now. Did you know that?
You don't have to put on the red light.
Oh, no. The
You don't
red,
have to
oh
put
my
on the
God,
red light.
the red light district is where the hookers hang out. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they put on the red light because they're like, oh, I'm a hooker, so.
Did she not know that it meant that, or she did know?
She did, but I don't think she wanted me to say that in front of all the clients. I think she wanted me to sugarcoat it in some capacity, and I'm not really sure how you sugarcoat that. That's what it's about.
Well, I had a guy trying to sell an instrument the other day, and I was like, I turned it around, and it was like hand painted, like somebody painted all over it, and I turned it around, and it's like a lady's butt. I mean, it had underwear kind of covering it, but it was a butt, and I was like, yeah, I don't know if we can buy this. And he's like, why? I was like, because of the butt. And he was like, come on.
You're like, I could buy this, but.
And he was like, yeah, but like, come on, we all like butts. I was like, we all do like butts, but I don't think I can buy it. It's a family store. And I show it to my boss, and he's like, absolutely not. You can't buy that. And I was like, why? And he's like, because it's got an ass on it, dude. And I was like, sorry, you got to take it back. He's like, you want to buy it? I was like, maybe. But we were just joking, but it was pretty funny.
That's crazy.
But it had a butt on it, just painted right on. We're not even like supposed to buy stuff that has like those pinup girls on it.
Like Betty Boop?
Well, there's pinup girls that are not cartoons. They're like in the
my
bodices and they're
bad.
hot. Like,
Can you
like,
buy something with Betty Boop on it?
yeah,
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
As long as she's not
That's
like
safe.
naked or something. Betty Boop is a sex symbol.
She is. I thought of her when I mentioned Marilyn, but I was like, she's a cartoon. I can't really use her as an example.
Betty Boop. Do you know how many? I wonder how many dudes were jerking off to Betty Boop, the cartoon.
That's sick. No, we can't. No, that's not sick. I'm sorry. That's though because like you know hentai, like guys like jerk off to anime or whatever. Yeah, I think like Betty Boop's like not in the same category to me. It'd be like jerking off to Porky Pig. In my opinion.
Jerking off to
like Popeye.
Popeye the Sailor Man.
Exactly.
And what is her name? Olive oil.
Olive oil.
It might be just olive, but I think it's olive oil. I'm gonna be honest. Like spinach and olive oil.
He drinks spinach, bro. Does he also drink olive oil?
Dude, I hope not.
He'd be like, I'd be diving in her olive oil.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure. The tax people are coming to get me again.
So why are the tax people coming to get you all the time? Because you're some other person with you have the number of
I think
Connor?
I'm Colin.
Colin.
I think I'm Colin, but maybe I do have back taxes. I don't know, but I do my taxes every year.
Tree got a phone number when we got our phones. It had to be like, I want to say like 12 years ago. And now you're getting text messages.
Longer than that.
I'm saying 20, but probably longer than that. And you were getting the back taxes text and the answering machine saying that you had back. Wasn't this
before
Colin?
it was just debt. Before it was like Best Buy and shit, like a credit card debt.
No, I fully believe it's still Colin.
Colin needs to go fuck himself.
He needs to get his shit together.
Because it's stressing me out. Like, when you get a call 4 times a day, you start to gaslight yourself into thinking you have tax
back
debt.
taxes?
Like, I was like, maybe I do. Like, should I call them? But they're spam numbers. Like, wouldn't I get something in the mail? Like, from the government? Like, a verified document?
Yeah. And then if you have back taxes, you'll definitely have to sell your bathwater.
Oh, yeah. If I have back taxes, I'm going on OnlyFans immediately.
Yeah, but it's also like... I've thought about doing like, you know, the selling the feet pics, but it's a whole like you have
like
to be
$3
committed.
A pic, bro. How many times you gotta take? You gotta take to make any. You want to make $1 million?
I can't commit to the cringe.
You gotta take 333,333 photos or whatever.
No, but if you get really popular and in demand, they'll pay more for the photos. But the thing is, you have to sell yourself, and I'm like, I'm just not, and I can't commit to the cringe. I can't be like
commit to the
James
cringe.
or Bastian from like I can't
commit
that.
to the cringe. I can't do the whole the Catholic guilt thing and the family thing and the whole like the thing behind it. And it's hard enough right now to find like a man or be in a relationship. If they find out you have OnlyFans, it's like, no way, I'm not talking to that girl. You can't take someone seriously. That's like, it's like being a stripper. Like, it's just they're just gonna be like, hell no, I'm not touching that.
Yeah,
it's like it's out there for everybody. You know?
Yeah. This isn't Pretty Girl. Life's no fairy tale.
Find a man that wants to do it with you, and then I'm just kidding.
That's different. It's different.
And then y'all become famous and make money together for being hot and fucking.
3 hours. That's all I'm saying. That is fucking crazy.
3 hours of what? Oh, yeah.
That is crazy.
If I knew I could make $1 million in 3 hours in a heartbeat.
For men being creeps. It's just like, men are creeps. Let's try it. Like, she probably wasn't taking it that seriously. She was like, let's see how fucked up the world is, and it worked.
Yeah. I follow a girl who was like, oh, for my birthday, I'm going live on OnlyFans. And I'm like, business move? But you can't find the link anywhere on her page.
So she didn't go live?
No, she did. And she wrote in the thing, find the link. So I'm like, I guess that's smart because then you're selective on who gets to see it. But also then you're not going to get as much business. Because it's going to be...
You're like, I was going to click the link.
I was not going to subscribe. But I was looking for how easy the link was to find. I do this on all the people that I think do OnlyFans or they do. I try to see how out there they are with it. And the one girl, she was posting a full post on Twitter for free. And I was like, crazy. I'm scarred for life. I unfollowed her. I blocked her.
I can't get out of bed for less than 100.
Right? How I would never, not even for 100, I would never post full nudity.
I think I was just quoting Drake and Josh.
He says, I don't get out of bed for less than 200.
Yeah, something like that. But no, I'm saying I wouldn't get out of bed unless there's money involved. I was just saying that quote, though, because it's like, why would you give it up for free when you can put a price on it?
And the price would have to be tremendously
high.
We spoke on this.
Oh my gosh.
We spoke on this. But
you get a whale of a wash and the price really, really low.
And the price, $0.00. Go on Twitter.
Yeah, go on Twitter. See a full post. It's crazy. That's like, how do you make that life decision? How do you get... You know how we're so afraid...
How did we get here? Yeah. We always do that.
We always do it. How did we get... But, like, how do you get to that in your life? Like, what happened to you that gets to that point?
Where you, like, put it out there for like, free.
Let me just put my post on Twitter and see what happens. You think you're, like, are you living for retweets? Retweets don't pay the bills. Unless they do. This was
not getting that many retweets, bro. This was not getting the many. Not many. Not many. Oh, man. So I just felt like... It was tough. It was a tough thing.
Not many,
it was like
not many.
when we went to the strip club with full bush, remember?
Oh my, no.
And the girl was like bent over picking up the ones, and it just would look sad, and there were like a couple dollars on the floor.
And you were like, you just kind of wanted to cry a little bit for some reason.
That gave me the same reaction when I went on her Twitter and saw it got like 5 retweets.
Remember we went to AC and we took an edible and they like tried to confiscate our phones, and then they said the cover was
the cover was
something crazy.
Like $30, no phones.
I think it was $50, and they were taking away our phones, and I was like, I better see full push for $50 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we took an edible. It ended up being fine, but I didn't like the taking the phones away, but I guess they didn't want you to film the girls.
I think because they weren't they were doing something illegal. Because they weren't they didn't have a liquor license, and you got the liquor from the bar next door, and they let you bring it in. So they didn't want you to film because they
liquor in the front, poker in the rear,
basically. And then they would see that, and they would be like, "We got to shut them down because they're bringing." But wouldn't that be BYOB or not the same because you're not bringing an unopened case?
I have no idea. I literally have no clue. I don't know how that works.
Or maybe they're just doing shady shit. I don't know. The phone confiscating was weird. I was like, are we at a Diddy party?
Yeah, nothing happened. No freak off, no nothing.
Nothing fun. That was episode 10.
Episode 10, we should have got some confetti.